Hello ladies and gentlemen, An Idiot Imports is sponsored by PlayAsia, who most likely supplied this game to me unless I specifically mentioned that they didn't. You can follow the affiliate link in the description to buy this game from PlayAsia to support me and my channel, and you can use the coupon code BLUEVITA to save $3 off your order. Thanks for your support, enjoy the show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out The Princess is Money Hungry. There's a Japanese title, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Why did that go straight to that? God, that was like 3 seconds and not touching a button and just went for it. So, this is a release from NIS. It kind of reminds me of Claddon, actually. Just a weird new concept that they're trying out, except they're charging, like, full price for this. So I hope that... What am I saying? I hope it's good. I've been playing it. I know whether or not it's good. So, my said game right here, 3.5 hours, which is enough to do the first 2 chapters. Which is alright, I guess. Don't know how many chapters there are, but, you know, the first 2 chapters ain't that bad for first impressions. We'll take a quick look around first. The 5th menu is save, load, and options. The options are, well, the first 3 are pretty obvious. The 4th is your message speed, so I'm just keeping it on max. The 5th is whether or not you're using touch or button controls. Touch controls are a lot better to use because you'll be a lot more precise with them. The button controls have an auto lock-on system, but that means you can only lock onto one thing at a time, and, you can't really, let me try that again. You get locked onto one thing at a time, so if you're trying to get to a particular thing when there's a bunch of things on the field, it doesn't work, and it feels like you have to, like, freaking crowd your hands around everything on the Vita. It's mainly designed for, PlayStation TVs and DualShock 3s. I can't speak. Also, I don't remember what that option is, but leaving it on is fine. So there you go. And these 2 here, I think, are delete save file and return to title screen, so we won't bother showing them off. This is just a bestiary, shows you all the monsters you have. This is where you come to buy new weapons. And the thing about buying new weapons is that weapons also count as both your attack value and your defense value, which is the 5 and 12 there, and how much money you can hold at one time, and what your special ability is, and what the special statistic of your weapons are. So it puts up a specific stat. Couldn't tell you which one, but there you go. The second one is a lot more simple. It is just you trading these resources for skill points. That's basically it. Like, this one will give you 3, this one will give you 1, this one will give you 2. So there you go. You need money, monsters, and relics in order to both buy weapons or buy new skill points, basically. They call them something else. I can't remember exactly what they call them, but they call them something else. So this is your equipment screen, but again, since your weapons are basically all-in-one sorts of things, you can just, you just swap them out here. It's pretty simple, really. Like, obviously I want to hang on to this one because it's the highest attack and defense, so why wouldn't I, right? Second option is your stats screen. This is where you come to put skill points that you earn throughout the game. You earn skill points via building those things, or by completing levels. Completing levels will give you free skill points. And the stats are as follows. Hit points, attack, defense, elemental resistance, and poison resistance. At least I think that's what it is. The translation doesn't work too well on this screen. You've also got individual things that you can go for here, but I haven't even bothered to translate them because I don't have the skill points for them. Like, seriously. It costs an absolute ton of points to get some of these. Bit of a shame, really, but there you go. It'll just take a while. You can come here to see what all these individual weapons do. Like, this is the default weapon you get, and its special attack is a ball of death that you just fire across the screen, and you'll use that as an attack. And there are others as well, like this one here gives you HP back, and these 2 that are left over are basically running tackles that do tons of damage. So there you go. And you can come to this 4th one for the tutorial, so you can play whatever tutorial you like. I've only seen 2 of them, so that's kind of nice, unless you get into the thick of it nice and quick. So, you can pick any level you want to go to, and they've all got a bunch of gold and red chests and different kinds of monsters and relics in them, but the relics, they call them relics? Yeah, I mean, that's weird. They're more like traps, though. They're environmental traps. And how you get them? Well, let's go and find out, shall we? I'll start this mission up. Probably gonna fail it. And you do get these little dialogue scenes here between the princess, who is money hungry, and the monsters. And I love the cover design of this game. Like, I know it's a bit of a weird thing to bring up at this point, but I'm just gonna pop up an image of the cover on the like top right corner of the screen just so you can see what the cover looks like. It's great. You got the princess looking like she does not give a shit. The other girl looking really happy. The dragon with the crossed arms. It's just a lovely idea of an art style. If we come back to the game, though, we are reminded a fair bit more of something like Claddon than anything else. Which is alright, I guess. It looks fine. It does the job. It just doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. Although the really lo-fi animations with the nice... Well, the really lo-fi sprites with the nice animations is actually really good. You can talk to these guys here, but they don't tell you anything important, so no real point worrying about that. So, I imagine, yep, we're in a fight now. So this is a fight. Every now and again, you'll be forced into a fight, and you have to beat everything to come out of the fight alive. Now, there are multiple ways you can go about this. You have a bunch of normal attacks on your square button, and you can also press square and X to do a knockback attack, and if you hold square and X, it'll do that. I'm not entirely sure what that does. And of course, you do have the special move, which I showed you a couple of them earlier, and that was my special move right there. You get a couple of them, but then you can restock on them later just by waiting, which is perfectly fine. It works about as well as you'd expect it to. And there are some extra attacks you can do with the square button, so like, if you just keep hammering square, you'll do 1,000 fists, which is kind of neat. You'll go around finding treasure chests, and when you beat up monsters, you'll be able to take money from them. Something's not right here. One battle on this entire map. Okay, that's fine. Move on to the next map. When you die, you get to restart at the map that you're on, so, you know, if it's like a checkpoint, basically, which is nice. So, when we get to the next fight, I'll be able to demonstrate just what exactly you're meant to do with the traps. Giant snowman, okay. I'm just going to ignore that for the time being. I'm going to go up here, and we're in a battle. So now that I'm in the battle, I can hold the L button, and I can bring up the calculator. And yes, it even makes a funny little animation down there. Kind of looks like an upset duck. But if you type in a specific amount of money into the calculator using the touchscreen, you can then tap an enemy, and you will gain the ability to use that enemy. It is entirely possible that you'll miss and pick up a completely different enemy, but that just happens sometimes. And this is the whole point of the game. You use the money that you pick up off the enemies. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. That's not good. Straight too close to the sun, and now I'm going to pay for it. Quite literally, actually. So, yeah, that's the whole idea. You can do the same with the traps on the floor as well. So if I buy that and then press triangle, it'll damage everything within a half-mile radius until it's out of charges. And that's basically the whole idea. Oh man, I got hit dead in the face by that thing. Jesus. Alright. Let's give this another shot. I just start back down here, so it's fine. I don't have to waste 5 minutes running back through the level. Which is good. So that's the whole idea, basically. You buy the relics that are lying on the floor and the monsters themselves in order to make your way through the level. There are some other ways you can earn money. Like, for example, once you've broken an enemy down via the usage of, you know, just like beating the shit out of them. You also have a dodge on the X button, by the way, if I forgot to mention that precisely. But yeah, once you break them by doing enough damage to them, you can tap on them and they'll leak some extra money out for you, which is nice, but considering how many enemies you're going to have flying around you at any one particular time, you probably don't want to do that very often. There is also another ability that you have. If you're willing to give up some of your money to find out if you have good luck or not, you can hold the L button, type in a monetary value, and then tap that button on the bottom right. And it'll give you a bunch of random things that you can do. So I used the red lightning bolt power up for 250, which gave me a screen clearing attack, which is all well and good. So I did 2 battles on that stage, but by the looks of it, I missed an EX battle, which is like a secret one hidden off the main path. I'm guessing it was down near that other snowman. But yeah, Since I didn't capture any enemies, I didn't get any, but I got a couple of relics, so I get to take them home, which is alright. But yeah, as I was saying, on the calculator, all the different power-ups are things like giving you health back, you can do heaps of damage to the field, you can gain some special attack power, you can do all sorts of stuff like that. And that's basically the entire loop of the game. You go into the stages, you go to the monster fights, you fight them, and you get as much money as possible. There's also that little downside going on where, where you have to balance out both taking home the relics and the monsters, and taking out actual money, because it costs all three to... See, I found an EX battle here by going off the beaten path. But it actually costs... It costs money, it costs monsters, and it costs relics to build all of your equipment and your skill points. So, you need to be balancing as well as you possibly can the money you take home, the monsters you capture, and the relics you capture. Because if you don't capture any one of them in particular, you may well find yourself being unable to use an item. So there's a neat little balancing act there, and that's the whole thing you want to keep in mind while you're going through. Ow! Stop that, you stupid cannon. As you can see, the game can get rather hectic, and by rather hectic, I mean completely batshit insane at times. No, I don't want to risk it. There might be a healing pad around. Oh, nope. Ow. Yeah, this game is quite difficult if you couldn't tell. Thankfully, it's very easy to jump right back in, but yeah, there's a lot of difficulty spikes as well, which kind of sucks, honestly, because it can be extremely, easy. It can be extremely easy to run out of health without even noticing it, like as you can see there. It's not great. Let's give that one more shot. Alright, let them come to me this time. Game's performance isn't particularly fantastic. One thing I've noticed is that the game's internal resolution will actually turn down a fair bit. By that trap, set it off. Save me a little bit of trouble. Okay, that's the end of that fight, but I do not trust my ability to find a bloody health pack. Health pack? More like find a bloody healing station. I can't go that way, can I? So yeah, pause menu. That's the full map. That's restart the stage. Let's go back to the castle. Can't remember what this is. It's the controls, and that's the options menu. Yes, so. Yes, quite a painful game to be playing, I've got to say. Right, I have to get past him. That's gonna be fun. Wait for him to fire again, then run for it. Hope I don't have to do another fight straight off the bat. Damn it! Alright, what have I got? Not much. So I'm on 4 health. If I take any hit, like whatsoever, I'll die. I should have bought that thing. Damn it. Alright. Charge him. Wait. Charge him. Buy the really powerful Ice Dragon for a ridiculous amount of cash. Use him to take him out. And there's one more enemy up there that I can't see. Damn it. I cannot see this son of a... No, it's another bloody strong-ass Ice Dragon thing. Alright, let's see what I can get for 250 in the... Let's see, I get 20 health back. Oh, that's not great. I should have just saved it. Ow! Man, I really don't have any luck with these goddamn cannibals, do I? Alright. I'll pop back to an easier stage so I don't end up dying every few seconds. Because that's basically all I can do at this point. The game has a lot of difficulty spikes. It's kind of silly, actually. So, I'll pop back to this stage here. I don't even know what's on it. No, I don't think this is the stage with the boss on it, but oh well, we'll give it a shot anyway. So you can go back and repeat earlier stages if you want to get more things for more skill points. That's entirely reasonable. And in fact, it's something I'd probably recommend, because this game can just get really difficult at times if you don't go back and grind up some skill points. Kind of sucks, really. I mean, I would have appreciated the game more if it had a bit of a smoother flow about it, but having to go back and replay the earlier stages is a bit of a dick. Just a little bit. Not particularly annoying, but, I mean, you have to do it, so kind of unfortunate. You do also have a power attack, but I found that the power attack is actually quite useless because you leave yourself wide open, which kind of sucks. But I gotta admit though, the base gameplay is actually really good, and I really do like the concept, which is just like basically buying the battlefield out from under the enemies, whether it be literally buying them or buying the traps they use to try and take you out, to take them out instead. Like, the hammers are actually really satisfying to use, because you can't... Of course I get hit again as I'm still down. That kind of sucks. I'm just gonna go get the money, because everyone knows you need the money. And I believe there's a health pad down here, which I'm definitely gonna use, so you can unlock health pads as well, which is quite nice. It is a really neat concept though, and the few hours that I've been playing of it really does flow well together. I mean, it can turn into complete chaos at times, absolute chaos. But that's half the fun, really. Trying to figure out exactly how they want you to actually win a fight is definitely one of the more interesting things about this game. Loads of money. Considering that you can't really go in by yourself, you do have to figure out how to buy shit. And how to buy shit correctly so that you don't end up getting absolutely stomped. There are a bunch of different kinds of monsters as well that all have their own different kinds of special attacks, and of course all the traps are there too, and I'm actually going to buy that hammer, because that hammer will be very useful to me. Except I ended up buying a fucking bee. Fuck you, bees. And yes, you can overpay for something, and that will actually give you a slight benefit onto what they would have previously given you. But it still sucks to do it on accident. Ow! Thankfully, you can make the calculator go away while you're working on, like, just trying to avoid something, and then come back and buy what you're going to buy in the first place, which is all well and good. Unfortunately, that was the end of the fight, so I don't even get to use the hammer, which is unfortunate. The game, of course, has a ranking system. As far as I can tell, it doesn't matter how much damage you take, but I imagine taking damage actually just makes the battles go slower, so you'd end up... Oh shit, I remember this part. I wonder if I can actually do this on the first try. This took me like 5 or 6 tries the first time I played it, but I've come through with more health than I had previously and a better weapon, so... God knows I might last for just that little bit longer. I actually found a yellow chest with a special part in it, so that's good for me. Alright. Alright, oh wait, I remember. I have to get close to this chest. There we go. EX battle with the bloody wolves again. Because they never want to leave me alone. Thankfully, I can just do that. What else have I got? Let's demonstrate some special powers. So, meteor strikes. They all die. Awesome. But yeah, this game's a good time. I mean, just not considering the fact that you have to basically, well, you don't have to grind, but it's still kind of a pain in the ass if you don't. So, if you were to take that out of the equation, I'm having a great time with this. It's a really clever idea, and it works really well. I don't really know what other way to put it. It really does remind me of something like Claddon, which is just a weird experimental take on an RPG, or is this even an RPG? It's probably closer to an action game than it is anything else. Whatever it is, it's still a really fun time, though. I wonder if... Yep, this is a boss fight. That's good. Alright. The annoying thing is, the boss doesn't actually show up right away. I know this from experience, so I have to take out all his goons first, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I do have a fresh hammer for when... Well, for when the bigger guys that aren't the boss decide to show up, because look at that. Ow. I'm probably gonna regret using all those hammer strikes on something that isn't the boss, but... Oh well. And of course you can get a maximum break counter going on up there, and... The game does have a modicum of skill to it. That just makes it all the more fun. I'm just waiting for him to show up. I know he's going to show up like any minute now. And just to be safe, there he is. I'll buy this. And drop the rocks on him. And do some massive damage just right off the bat. Great start. Unfortunately, you don't get to use your calculator like constantly to buy stuff. So you do have to just more or less stay out of the way. I would have liked a way to like turn down the downtime. I'm being chased by something that will hurt me very badly if I let it. I do not want that to happen. Alright. Triangle. Not entirely sure what that did. You may notice there's a healing pad in the middle there. It's a trap. If you use that, you will die. Because healing happens in this game remarkably slowly. So you do have to be on your toes. Alright. Drop some rocks in. I even broke him so I can tap him for 3 coins. So as I was saying before, the game's performance isn't that great. I didn't actually get to finish my sentence there, but whatever. So, the way the game's performance works is that I think it actually works on a dynamic resolution sort of thing, like Wipeout does, where the resolution will drop depending on whether or not the game's actually running at a decent clip or not. That's the thing about it. It's kind of strange. Yay, I got a rank S, and I got a bunch of stuff. I need to learn to capture more monsters. Alright, let's go try that other level again. And hope that I don't do as shit this time. Alright, here we go. The annoying thing is I have to try and find a bunch of bloody money to start the level off with. And you can't really do that when you're already being attacked by traps immediately. Ow! Grab that. Maybe get out of the... Nope, I can't get out of the way of the traps. I can stay up here. That's about it. There we go. And I have all the money. Just wait up here, wait for them to come to me. Dodge out of the way. Really does feel like dodging should give you iframes. I don't think it does. Ow. Alright. Okay, continue onward. Okay, those turrets, if I remember correctly, cost... How much do they cost? I can actually come back and check. So, I can set up my I keep calling it my camera. I can set up my calculator beforehand. Alright, yeah, they do cost 300. So, let's set this up in my favor before we even walk in. I buy this, and now I fire it. And kill everything. Well, not everything, but I do some major damage, and that's good enough for me. But get all the money. Get out of the way of that. Buy that. Hit that. Wait for him to stop. And get knocked flat on my ass. Drop a ball on him, because fuck him. And drop another ball, and let that expire. Wonderful. Alright. How much does this guy cost to buy? Because I might buy him, because he's very strong. 300. Good enough for me. I'll take him. And that actually ends the fight. It's always amusing when you literally bribe the last guy into giving up the fight. I gotta say. Alright. I'll take all of them. I'm gonna spend my 500 coins to see if I can get some decent healing going on. I'll take it. There's not much, but it might give me an extra hit or two. I could have waited until the next area and then just spent that and cleared out an entire wave in one shot, but that's not my style. Triangle. Yay! You can capture those walking love hearts or whatever the bloody hell they are, and they will give you like health as their special attack. So, you know, if you do see them, don't fuck around with them like I've been doing. It's a bad idea. You'll get yourself killed. I'll just spy him because it'll be more of a pain in the ass to deal with. It'll be more of a pain in the ass to deal with the higher strength ones. Just wish I had a way to make more money. I'm gonna have to make him. I'm gonna have to break him again. Or by the trap he's standing on, break him, tap away at him, and I have more money. Doesn't really help much, so I'll just hit him again. Okay. Wait for him to come back in my direction. He's very wary of that trap now because he's clever, but I am out of uses on it. So I gotta wait for him to come back. I'm not gonna risk running in there where I can't see the cannonballs. I wish I could see the cannonballs, honestly. You know, more zoomed out view would be nice. Smack him about a couple of times. Is that the end of the fight? Yes, it is. Where can I go from here? Okay, the next thing is on the right over there, but there is something going on down here. Gold chest. Alright. Let's move on to the next area. Wait for him to fire again. Run like hell. Dodge into the exit, and that's a checkpoint. Thank God. Oh hey, locked door, so we have to spend money to get through this, and I have more than enough. Question is, what's on the other side? Because I can see it on my minimap, that little yellow square there. It either means it's a trap, or it's hey, it's a health! Awesome! And I get a normal chest and a yellow chest! That's a great little way to spend 300 simoleons. I don't even... Well, I guess it is gold, isn't it? I mean, like, they just call it G here, but it could be something ridiculous, like Jill. Like, who came up with Jill for G? I don't know. Nah, that's a bit rough. Alright, let's go. So, where have we got to go? We've got 2 cannons. Whoop, well, there's that. I'll take that. Free money. And we'll move along. Battle 3. These bloody swords. Alright. Okay, that's good. Now. Buy a sword. Use that sword. Push them back a bit so that I can take them out one by one. Okay. Buy a sword. Tap them for their coins. You can see how the game blurs when it starts to detect that the performance is starting to go down, and it blurs out like things like the coins and it just looks lower res. You can see it if you look close enough. Battle 4. It's actually a pretty quick way to start a battle, but I'll just take you 3 out while I've got the chance. And get massive amounts of money. There's tons more enemies off in that direction, including a boss monster. Oh shit. Buy that real quick. I'm kind of safe while I'm here. Keyword being kind of. That's kind of unfair. Good lord. Let's take those guys out while I've got the chance to. Buy that. Trigger it. Trigger it again. Bloody mortar dropper. Calculator's still charging. Okay, buy that. Let him walk right onto it and drop the 2 things on him. much money as I can. Ooh, that stings. And that's probably poisonous too. I don't want to stand too close when he does that. There we go. Managed to knock him out with my own two hands. Smack. Alright. And that was the end of that battle. And it keeps going. Jesus. Alright, this is a long level. Avoid that trap. Don't want to save some gold. Okay, I'm definitely seeing what's behind that door. Free chest, free health pad. I will take both. You do actually have a time limit up the top there, as you can see. It says that you have like 60 minutes, but I don't think it is 60 minutes. I think it's some kind of shortened time frame. Okay, what do we got down here? Oh, it's just a guy I can talk to. This stinks of boss fight. Ow! I wasn't wrong. Alright, I have not seen this boss yet, so God only knows if I stand a chance, but we'll give it a try. So where's the actual boss? I'm guessing he's not going to show up yet. Gonna have to take out his goons first. Still unfortunate, but we'll do what we have to. Alright, where is he? He's right there. He's fast. He's a dick. Buy that. Trigger it. Trigger it again. Oh god, he hits like a truck. Okay. Stay on the move. Buy that. Wrong button. Hit him again. Alright. Thankfully, I don't have to take out his minions, so I can just focus on the man himself. And I'm dead. Ah, that's not great. Takes a really long time to fade out if you don't press a button to skip it. That's a little strange, but I'm not too fussed by it. And I'm all the way back here. Wonderful. Alright, instead of wasting your time with that, I'm going to end the mission. And I'm going to call the video here, but nevertheless, the Princess is Money Hungry is a really neat idea, and they've done a good job with turning it into an actual game. There's just a couple of things that annoy the hell out of me, like the equipment system being as weird as it is, where one thing determines what all of your shit does. Where you have to like spend all your resources and stuff on these weird things they call statues in the translations, but they really just translate into experience points or skill points. And of course the game can be relatively difficult. Just like without warning, the difficulty will jump on you and you won't even notice it. But it's still a pretty damn fun game nonetheless, and I would recommend it. Price is pretty high though. It's a full retail game and it feels like it'd be perfect as like a $20 downloadable game, but for like full price retail Japanese game, it seems a little much, but at the same time it's a pretty good game, so I'm not too against it. You know, it's just a bit strange like that, but oh well. Still a good game. I had fun with it. I'll try and have some more fun with it if I can find the bloody time to, so there you go. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.